Chemistry is one of the most challenging and rewarding subjects in the International Baccalaureate, IB. It takes a lot of dedication, curiosity, and practice to master the concepts and skills involved. Here are some tips on how to do well in IB chemistry. View syllabus and learning outcomes. The IB chemistry syllabus outlines the topics, subtopics, and objectives you will need to cover in each unit. It also provides guidance on practical work, internal and external evaluations. You should familiarize yourself with the syllabus and use it as a checklist to track your progress and identify your strengths and weaknesses. Listen carefully during class, actively participate in class discussions, and ask questions and doubts in a timely manner. The content in the classroom is at the heart of IB chemistry, and you need to fully understand and master them. After class, review textbooks and notes, make a good summary and induction, and review and consolidate regularly. Textbooks and notes are important reference materials for IB chemistry, and you need to be familiar with them and memorize them. Use multiple sources of information. Textbooks are not the only source of information for IB chemistry. You should also use other resources such as handouts, online videos, podcasts, websites, blogs, journals, and magazines. Make good use of the internet and other resources, broaden your horizons and interests, and explore the mystery and fun of chemistry. The internet and other resources are a great addition to IB chemistry, and you need to take advantage of them to enrich your learning experience. Do practice questions and past exam questions. Complete assignments and exercises on time, especially lab reports and internal assessments. Homework and exercises are an effective test of IB chemistry, and you need to do them carefully and reflect on them. Practice makes perfect, especially in IB chemistry. You should do as many practice questions and past papers as possible to test your knowledge. Apply your skills and improve your speed and accuracy. You should also review your answers and learn from your mistakes. Take mock exams and real exams, prepare and review, analyze mistakes and shortcomings. The exam is the final evaluation criterion of IB chemistry, and you need to fully demonstrate your knowledge and ability. Join a study group or find a tutor. Studying with others can help you stay motivated, exchange ideas, clarify doubts, and learn from different approaches. You can join study groups with classmates or friends, or find a tutor who can guide you and provide feedback. Enjoy the theme and have fun. Chemistry is more than memorizing facts and formulas. It also involves discovering natural wonders, creative problem solving, and making connections with other disciplines and real-world problems. You should try to enjoy and have fun with this subject by doing experiments, watching demos, reading stories, playing games, and exploring your interests. IB chemistry also covers the basic principles and applications of chemistry, as well as some experimental skills and inquiry methods. Critical and creative thinking solves problems, as well as being able to make connections between different subject areas. In the study of IB chemistry, some places are often overlooked, but they have an important impact on the learning effect and test scores. If you want to learn IB chemistry well, you also need to pay attention to some of the most overlooked places in IB chemistry learning, such as application of theory of knowledge, TOK. Theory of knowledge is one of the core subjects of the IB curriculum, which encourages students to reflect on and question the sources, methods, and limitations of their knowledge. In the study of IB chemistry, the application of knowledge theory can help students improve their understanding and evaluation of chemical concepts, principles, and theories, as well as their understanding and thinking about the development and influence of chemistry. For example, students could explore questions such as, how is chemical knowledge generated, validated, and disseminated? How is chemical knowledge influenced by language, culture, values, and ideology? How does knowledge of chemistry interact and influence each other with other subject areas? How does chemical knowledge positively or negatively affect human society and the natural environment? These questions can stimulate students' curiosity and critical thinking. and can also increase the depth and breadth of learning. For example, when discussing how chemical knowledge is generated, verified, and disseminated, the term scientific method can be introduced to indicate that chemical knowledge is established and tested through steps such as observation, hypothesis, experiment, analysis, and conclusion. When discussing how chemical knowledge is affected by language, culture, values, and ideology, the term ethics of science and technology can be introduced to illustrate that chemical knowledge is produced and used in a specific social environment and needs to be considered its impact on human well-being and natural balance. When discussing how chemical knowledge interacts and affects each other, the term interdisciplinary can be introduced to illustrate that chemical knowledge is related to other disciplines such as physics, biology, and mathematics. The fields of science and humanities such as history, art, and philosophy are interrelated and mutually reinforcing. When discussing how chemical knowledge has a positive or negative impact on human society and the natural environment, the term sustainable development can be introduced. Explain that chemical knowledge needs to balance the interests and responsibilities of the three aspects of economy, society, and environment. Planning and execution of internal assessments, IA. Internal assessment is an important part of the IB chemistry assessment, which requires students to complete a personalized experimental research and write a laboratory report during the 2-year study process. Internal assessments make up 20% of the overall IB chemistry mark and are therefore critical to improving grades. However, many students have some problems in the planning and execution of internal assessments, such as unclear or inappropriate topic selection, imperfect or infeasible experimental design, irregular or unsafe experimental operations, inaccurate or incomplete experimental data, insufficient or unreasonable experimental analysis, unclear or irregular experimental reports, etc. These issues can lead to a decrease in the quality of the internal assessment, which can affect the final score. Therefore, students need to pay attention to the following points during the internal evaluation process: communicate and give feedback to the instructor in a timely manner, choose an interesting and challenging topic, do a good job of literature research and background knowledge, and design a feasible and effective experimental plan, conduct experimental operation according to experimental specifications and safety requirements, record and process experimental data and results, analyze and discuss experimental findings and significance, write and revise experimental reports. For example, when choosing an interesting and challenging topic, you can refer to some frontiers of chemistry topics, such as nanomaterials, biofuels, drug design, etc., when designing a feasible and effective experimental program. You can consider some chemical method skills such as titration, chromatography, spectrum, etc. When recording and processing experimental data and results, you can use some chemical calculations formulas such as molar mass, concentration, equilibrium constants, etc. When analyzing and discussing the experimental findings and significance, you can refer to some chemical theories concepts, such as atomic structure, chemical bonds, reaction kinetics, etc. Topic selection and writing of the extended essay, EE. The extended dissertation is one of the compulsory courses of the IB diploma program, DP, which requires students to complete an independent research paper of about 4,000 words during the 2-year study process. The extended essay can be in any subject area, but must meet the IB assessment criteria and requirements. Extended essays are very beneficial for improving a student's research and writing skills, and can also give a student an advantage in applying to universities and scholarships. However, many students have some difficulties in selecting and writing extended papers, such as unclear or inappropriate topic selection, insufficient or irrelevant literature, inappropriate or ineffective research methods, unclear or unreasonable structure of the paper. The content of the paper is not substantial or in-depth, the language of the paper is not fluent or standardized, etc. These difficulties lead to a reduction in the quality of the extended essay, which affects the final grading. Therefore, Students need to pay attention to the following points in the process of extending their thesis: communicate and give feedback to the instructor in a timely manner, choose an interesting and in-depth topic, do a good job of literature research and background knowledge, and design a reasonable and effective essay. Writing and revising according to the paper norms and requirements. For example, when choosing an interesting and in-depth topic, you can refer to some fields of chemistry directions. Hope I can give you some inspiration and help. Thanks for watching.